Meet Lisa Roberts. She's a sought-after tastemaker who calls trend-setting designers her friends. She started her career as an architect, then became a product designer. You can find her designs in all the top department stores. Her first book, Antiques of the Future, was a huge success. Now she's working on her second book, Design Pop. Lisa's constantly on the lookout for the coolest and best in product design. For Lisa, it's fun, it's exciting, it's life.
This is my design life. My new book's almost done, but now I've got something to spring on my team. You know, I've been thinking about adding another chapter to the book. There's things that I've been seeing and hearing that I think really should be included.
I do not want to be there when Lisa Roberts tells Lisa Ben about this one. She is not going to be happy.
Do you think she'll kill me?
Maybe.
I know she doesn't like changes, but this chapter's important, and it's called Cultural Fusion. Cultural fusion is the idea that designers are inspired by other countries. They travel and study the cultures and the techniques and manufacturing processes of other nations. And they incorporate them, creating original products they would never have envisioned before. What they do differently is that they bring a fresh design look.
Right.
So they may be using the materials from that country, they may be using the techniques,
Right.
but they're bringing a sophisticated design point of view.
So bottom line, a new chapter means a lot more work.
So, you know, with each chapter, I put in about 8 or 9 products. And I actually have a few here that I think would fit that cultural fusion idea. And one is this vase by Hella Youngurius. This small vase is part of a 4-piece ceramic collection that Youngurius designed with local artisans in Peru. But Hella uses delicate pink beading integrated into the pottery, creating something totally new and contemporary. So this is another example of cultural fusion. It's called the Favela Chair by the Campana Brothers. You know what the favelas are?
Oh, no.
A favela is the houses in the shanty towns in Brazil. They're the houses that are made by basically squatters from scraps of wood that they find. The Campana brothers were inspired by these favelas. How great that people can find these leftover materials and make use of them. So the Favela Chair pays tribute to that. It celebrates human ingenuity.
How's it feel?
Well, I think it could use a cushion. I hope I don't get any splinters. And you know, I have one other thing I think might fit. This is called the tattoo table.
Yeah, Stephen Burks.
Yes. Stephen Burks is one of the very few designers who is in the forefront of cultural fusion. Stephen Burks and his New York design studio, Ready Made Projects, have been responsible for creative design direction on projects ranging from retail interiors to lighting, furniture, and home accessories, as well as working in the developing world with local artisans in Peru and South Africa. And that's where this table comes from. This is made in Africa. It is coated with steel wire, and it's 3 elements. The top piece could be a tray. This separated is a bowl and a trash can, but when you put it upside down, bolt them together,
You get a table.
you get a table. So I definitely think this would be a great chapter for the book.
Yeah, me too.
But we need to find more examples.
Yeah.
First stop, New York. I'm sending Lisa B., Kelly, and Maria to go shopping while I check out the latest exhibition at the Museum of Arts and Design created by Stephen Burks. Burks has both curated it and contributed to it as a designer.
Welcome to Stephen Burks' Are You a Hybrid?
Are You a Hybrid? Explores the idea that craftsmanship in developing nations is influencing contemporary designs. So some of what you have done in finding these communities, finding the handicrafts, juxtaposing your own trained industrial design and architecture background,
Sure.
You're able to do this fusion, and yet you're creating for a much more sophisticated or a more worldly market.
Rather than using the word fusion, I like to think of it as a collaboration. So So bringing my design skills to their handicraft skills and making something completely new together. This is my Mafrique Cafe chair from Moroso in woven polyethylene over a steel frame.
This chair was made for an exhibit called Mafrique, which means My Africa in French. Stephen traveled to Africa and studied the basket-making techniques and the textile designs and incorporated those into his furniture pieces for the Mafrique collection.
And, you know, obviously making this a very hybrid object, designed by me from New York, right, with materials from China, by hand in Africa, and distributed internationally by an Italian manufacturer.
For a lot of money.
Right.
This is exactly what I'm talking about for cultural fusion. Now, I hope Lisa B., Kelly, and Maria are also finding some good things for this chapter.
I cannot believe she's adding another chapter. She's crazy. I can't get it done. Anyway, she be the boss. We're going to Moss. It's part museum, part showroom with tons of stuff.
I love this.
Yeah.
I really love these rope lights, and I really hope that they're a cultural fusion. I'm familiar with them because I even saw them in Paris during Men's Fashion Week. They're kind of like an artistic appetizer before the big show starts and you see the clothing.
But these are strings of LED lights, and actually the rope is hand woven around the light.
Oh, there are lights in it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I want to see these at
It's
night.
really beautiful.
Can we turn out all the lights?
Right now, yeah.
And who was the designer?
This is Christian Haas. He's based in France. I believe he's originally from the Netherlands.
Was he a sailor so that we could do a cultural fusion?
That, I don't believe so.
It was in Paris during Fashion Week, so that's cultural fusion, right?
It'll be good for my apartment.
Yeah.
Well, that was a bust. I'm hoping we'll find some cool things at the other stores that we're going to today.
Coming up, there's one more chair I want to check out.
It's actually just 2 rolls of packing tape.
And the girls' lack of concentration may just cost us the new chapter.
Can I get a pina colada, please?
I'm considering adding a chapter to my book called Cultural Fusion. So I'm here at the Museum of Arts and Design talking to Stephen Burks. Tell me about this thing. This is wild. What is that?
This is called the gold wall. It's actually hand-cut gold foil applied to a canvas backing, and it's a kind of dynamic tapestry, I would call it.
It's really textural.
Yeah.
And while I'm at the museum, I sent Lisa B., Maria, and Kelly shopping.
Right now we're at Moss looking for stuff for yet another chapter. We may never be done. I found some stuff that I liked, but I don't know if Lisa will like them, so we're just gonna keep moving along.
Can we take a look at that crazy thing over there?
Yeah, absolutely. These pieces by Adami.
This is geeky art. I've done my homework on this piece. It's kind of like a science project art piece mashup. So it's a bunch of old plastic objects that have been suspended in expandable foam, and then they add light source to make it a lamp.
That is just
Pretty crazy.
wild.
So it's just like stuff.
Let's recommend this.
What? This is a light.
It's fusion.
It's trash fusion.
Right, they're all pieced together.
It's not culture. Well,
There's a lot of
I mean, it
culture.
could
There's a lot
be.
of culture in there.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a stretch for cultural fusion. We're gonna have to keep on looking. Well, how about this chair?
This is Sushi 4. This is by the Brazilian artist, the Campana brothers.
Ding, ding, ding! We found ourselves a winner. The Campana brothers are great. Lisa loves them. The sushi chair, done.
These are scrap pieces from actually a factory from the neighborhoods around their studio.
So use materials from Brazilian factories to make this chair. Definitely cultural fusion. It's called the sushi chair because it's made up of felt and other fabrics that are rolled up into things that look like sushi rolls, which are then attached to a metal frame to make the chair. How much does it cost?
This one is $75,000.
I'll take 2.
Let's take it.
75,000?
Correct.
The sushi chair is pricey, but also perfect. One down, many more to go. But that's not the only task on our plates. Lisa also wants us to head next door to Flos to check out the Mayday lamp that she wants to get for her friend Nate's birthday. Yeah.
Mayday.
Mayday! Mayday!
Should I just grab this Mayday?
Yeah, that's the one.
What's cool about the Mayday light, it's got this giant hook on the end, and so you can use it outside, inside, hook it on your car, hook it in the garden. It's weather resistant. It's utilitarian and beautiful.
Which color are you going to get him?
Well, I like the orange.
I think he would like the black, because the orange one will get dirty.
Okay.
Another thing I want to check out here is the love bowl for capellini that Stephen Burks designed.
I was working in South Africa in a community center, and I tried to kind of invent a process whereby without tooling they could produce a contemporary design object, a bowl, a vase, whatever. So we took a bowl, we turned it upside down, and then apply layers of silicone by hand. The tiles are recycled and they're laid in one by one, and then layers of silicone are placed on top.
Using no tools at all, he used just 2 materials and ingenuity.
The piece itself is actually flexible.
Well, I love that bowl.
Thank you.
I would love to put that one in my book. That would be great. I found some great stuff in this exhibit, but there's one more chair I want to check out. What kind of tape is that?
It's actually just 2 rolls of packing tape, an IKEA pillow, a Hardoi chair frame from the 50s, and you can make your own chair, your own lounge chair.
And now it's a piece of art in this exhibit. Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Thank you so much.
Oh, wow.
I think this might be good.
Jackpot. I think we're gonna find a winner here. This is cultural fusion.
So I think all of this stuff is designed by, you guys don't care. They might not care, but I've read up on this. I think Lisa will die for this cocoon daybed by Patricia Urquiola. It was inspired by traditional African basket weaving, but it's made out of a thermoplastic polymer instead of the natural materials.
Can I get a pina colada, please? Well, we found 2 things today. It's enough to make us look like we tried, and hopefully not enough to do a new chapter.
This is good. This and that and...
So let's take a nap.
The camera guys, all they want to see is a pillow fight right now.
Coming up, we throw Nate a birthday party, complete with a giant birthday surprise.
I'm gonna have to be more careful about what I agree to from now on.
Next. This week, not only are we trying to add another chapter to the book, we're also trying to get ready for my friend Nate's birthday party. The girls already picked up a Mayday lamp at Flos for him. So now Maria and I are going to Milliseme in Philadelphia to look for some other goodies for the design package. What's this thing?
This is actually Italian designer.
A fruit bowl, right?
No.
Oh.
It both acts as a decoration and also a function. Need to serve people. Steak night.
Great. But I love that.
Yeah,
Maria,
okay.
remember that. Janus, you've got Maria's necklaces. Oh my God.
Very popular.
How have they been doing?
Very
try
well.
one.
What do you think?
I think it's perfect.
What do you think?
Gorgeous.
Should I buy Maria's necklace from you, even though she works for me? I think I should get a discount.
Give you a discount.
You know, I only hire the most creative people. Love it, Maria.
So nice.
Love it.
It looks great.
This is from Joseph.
Oh,
we like Joseph.
Yeah, we like Joseph.
Business
this is
school.
great. So you unclip it.
Yes.
And then it opens up, so it's a collapsible grater.
Collapsible grater.
This is great. It's got a foodie element to it, and Nate loves to cook, and it collapses, which is great for small apartments. No wonder the guys who designed this won awards. I think this
I
is
like it.
All
I
right.
think this might be it.
This is it.
So I'll wrap it up.
Okay, terrific. While I'm busy prepping for Nate's party, I asked Kelly to photograph the Jenette chair by the Campana brothers. The influence was the broom sweepers of Brazil. This chair, which has a back made of PVC straws, it looks very unstable. There is a support. It is a steel piece and is buried inside the bristles. So it's a very clever chair. The chair is definitely going into the book, but I'm not sure whether it'll go into the cultural fusion chapter or the power of color chapter. It really fits into both. Right now, it's time to party. We're having Nate's birthday party in one of my favorite restaurants in Philadelphia, Distrito. And we've invited a couple of new people who haven't been on the show yet. His girlfriend, Elena, and my husband, David. Jose Garces designed his restaurant with Jean Izaki, and the design was inspired by Mexico. But he has designed it in such a contemporary way that it is really about cultural fusion.
So, I want to give you your first present.
Thanks.
Do you know what that is?
I have no idea what that is.
The Magneto Salt and Pepper Shakers by Josh Owen are magnetic, so the faces stick together, and then you can roll them from one guest to the next.
Hey Nick, you passed the salt and pepper?
Sure, Maria.
Thanks. Here's a margarita.
It is a colander.
A great guy gift. That's fantastic.
Hey, I like to cook.
So I have a confession to make. I did buy Nate the collapsible grater, but I liked it too much. So I decided to keep it and got him the collapsible colander. He'll never know the difference.
Take me to your leader.
Sweet. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
And I wanted one.
Having been married to Lisa, I picked up a thing or two about design myself.
Yeah. Sweet.
Oh yeah! My turn. I am so excited to give Nate this gift. I don't think Nate's gonna like it. Well, how this came about is when he was the model for the Louis Ghost chair. Nate, you are a supermodel now.
Yeah. You know, I used to be a carpenter. Drove trucks, swung a hammer all day. Very manly.
He looks so regal. I thought this would be so cool if you had this big portrait of yourself and you could hang it in your house.
Yeah.
There's a pink earring.
Priceless.
I really appreciate the party. I'm having a good time, but I'm going to have to be more careful about what I agree to from now on.
Happy birthday!
Cheers.
All right, time to talk about the book and see what we've got for a new chapter.
This isn't really cultural fusion. However, it kind of is. It's these straps that you put around yourself if you want to sit on the ground, so it sort of supports your back.
It kind of straps you in.
Yeah, people all over the world love pink, so it's cultural. It's culturally pink.
No. I think you're misunderstanding what cultural fusion is about.
I know. The heat was frying my brain.
Who designed these?
Not a clue.
Well, Lisa B certainly didn't do her homework on this one.
I got the gong. I pass it on to you.
So I guess the first thing we did was go to Moss.
After Lisa B's presentation, I can't go wrong with the sushi chair by the Campana brothers.
They've completely reinvented the application of these materials. It really looks like a work of art.
It is a work of art.
It's so pretty.
It's like a work of art too.
Ah, how much was it?
A lot.
We didn't
$75,000.
$75,000. I don't think this is in the budget. This would be a good example.
I've got another winner here, Patricia Urquiola's Tropicalia Cocoon Daybed.
This is an excellent example. Oh, and it's made out of polypropylene wire?
Yes. No, it's just stretchy stuff.
Stretchy, right.
That's true. The technical term is stretchy stuff.
Because it's a developing idea. It hasn't, so much matured. I think a lot of designers are starting to work with that. And I think what Stephen Burks is doing, he's really opening up the concept. I think that is definitely a wave of the future, and I'd like to see where it continues to go. I think with each of the objects that we found so far, they fit so nicely into some of the other chapters that maybe at this point we don't add that in as another chapter. but we keep the objects and we filter them in and talk about cultural fusion in the description of them.
Absolutely. Thank God she's not making us do another chapter. I don't have it in me. Tapped out.
Even though we decided not to add another chapter for cultural fusion, we did find some great stuff. The idea of cultural fusion is starting to gain speed. More designers are doing it. I'd like to see where that goes.
For more information about the products you've seen, go to mydesignlife.tv.